Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan, and we have more Azeroth Wars content ahead of us. How have you all been doing? I've been doing good. I did the shaving thing, which it feels okay actually. You know what? It's not that bad. I shaved like most of I left this the Breaking Bad, Walter White mustache, but it was very funny because the black hair had grown out just enough so I looked like a calico cat. I had this distinct line where I went from black hair to the newly growing in blonde/reddish hair, and it kind of looked cool. And I was trying to trim it up and make it look all nice, but then I just trimmed it to the point where it started looking patchy instead because there was not enough black now to make it a distinct line. It was like little islands of black, and it just looked like I had it was terrible. So I shaved it all off except for the mustache / goatee thing going on, which was okay. And then I darkened that, and then the next day I went, screw it. We're gonna clear the field. We're gonna mow the lawn and let it all grow over fresh. We'll see how that goes. I got a big party tonight. I'm sure I'll look good if I take it all off. Anyway, it didn't. It had stained my face a little bit. So last night I had what looked like a 5 o'clock shadow, and thank God everyone thought it was that. But then also not thank God, because I'm so dumb that I pointed it out. I was like, oh God, can you guys see my horrible disfiguring stain? And they're like, oh, we thought that, you're dumb then. We thought you just had like a really cool 5 o'clock shadow. It turns out you're special. So let's go ahead and catch up on where we left the game off like a week ago. We have Teal holed up in Outland, chomping at the bit outside. Oh, the dwarves and the humans, they're gonna return. They're just not gonna take it. I mean, they have an army for the friggin' ages, guys. Look at all that health. It's insane. 0-1 upgrades on his griffins. I'm guessing yellow? You know what? Yellow's got 0-1, 0-1, 3-1. There we go. That's what he's focusing on. He's going to be support range. He does have a couple Dwarven engineers. Hopefully we'll see them used appropriately. Meanwhile, our dark green character has clergymen. Decent upgrades on his melee, 2-2. And a nice mix of stuff. And you can see he's already getting the Stormwind champions, so he'll have that cleave damage waiting. Teal's just got what Teals do. They've got Eridar Warlocks with stun things, hoping that the towers and all of his just mashed up units and demolishers we'll be able to take down yellow and dark green. Of course, controlling the dark portal control nexus will make that a little more difficult. In the north, red's kind of running amok after a back and forth, kind of winny, kind of losey battle, which I gotta say, huge props to Batoro. He's out here, Luther the Lightbringer, and he's still fighting. He brought up the squad of units that he got for losing, and he's already engaging with the back lines of red here, taking out a few skeletons, potentially getting a meat wagon or two, because most of the heroes are down south at this Fountain of Hell. But it's quite the hero group to see. 2-2 upgrades for our red character. He's got the crown, level 11 Kel'Thuzad at minute 18. You know what that means? You know what that means. You know what that means. It means death and decay and brutal fighting all around. And you can see the humans doing their best. It's kind of a losing fight, though. I don't know why it does. See, every once in a while, it's like, oh, wow, you forgot where the camera's supposed to go. It's like they repaired the problem for me just in time for me to figure out how I didn't need it repaired, and now the repair is as annoying as the other way ever was. Because I can zoom in and out now. It's not like I'm stuck. That map hack that was sent in is just awesome. Anyway, over in Kalimdor, we still see that, well, pretty much everyone's still in this game. 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Everyone's still in the game at the 20-minute mark. That's a good sign. It means that everyone's still getting experience. And I wanted to talk about this fact that a lot of people don't. Yeah, we'll bring it up later if it comes up. But anyway. Oof, and Blue is just all over the place doing exactly what he should be doing in this situation, which is hacking away at the edges of control that the North Alliance have. Taking out these windmills, these lumber mills, anything that offer him sight radius or food or any kind of advantage is great. Oh, and there is the death and decay, forcing Green to retreat, but Green in no place to do so. He's trying to heal himself up, but oh no, the attack is on both sides. Green is locked in here. It's the slaughter of the elves. Oh, the elven people. I don't think they statistically exist anymore. Level 6 Anastarian Sunstrider is going to go down, and all of the Magus. The healing stick in their power of the North Alliance is now severely limited. I hate to see that. Now, we do brown and gray. We're going at it for a while. Gray, a bit of a spot. He's not looking too good. He's floating some money though. And you know, they've just decided we only need one hero each. We're going to be awesome. We got Vol'jin and Thrall. We're going to go caster balls to the walls and destroy everything. Except maybe that we're not that experienced and we're going to lose. Depends really on what Light Blue's doing. Because Light Blue doesn't seem to have that many units going around here. He's got some. And let's never forget, he did take... I don't think Brown's actually where. They got Lightning, Ice, and Fire Guardians here. Which are just awesome. Also, I'm going to be making an announcement on the channel, like specifically for this, because it's a big enough event that I still want to do it. I want to do a World of Warcraft playthrough with you guys, okay? I think that could be really fun. I wish I had a chair that stood like more straight. Hold on, let's see if I can like fix the way the feet on this interact with my desk so that I can have a, like, you know, so that one doesn't poke, it's two, and I get a slightly closer, oh, there we go. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, the legs. My legs are too long, lad. I got to slide them in here. Ah, good. I actually don't know if you guys can even see me now because it's kind of a janky setup I got going on. But here's to fucking hoping, I guess. I can't look at it. Hold on. Sorry, we're back. I don't know what I was doing. Bit of a derpy move there. I've got it perched on my speaker, which I'm not technically using right now due to the headphones. But, the speaker's pulled as close to me as it can be. Like, it's on a tether, it's tight. You know what I mean? And any rocking of this just shifts it a little bit, and it'll mess up the camera. And clearly I need to think this through, but I decided to move it to the left here instead of up here. Just personal preference, I think. It makes it more clear when I address you guys, and we can talk about what's going on in the match at the moment. We can see Red putting on some pressure here on this gate. It's not the most efficient pressure, but it doesn't have to be at this point due to the fact that he's winning so hard. Oh, God, I love this Necromancer play out of him. Just a constant stream of Skeleton Warriors going ghouls and abominations and whatever, and eventually shit just falls down because you keep making more units. This Meat Wagon doing some work, but I don't know if it's enough. Focusing down this Destroyer would have been a good idea, but unfortunately a nice death coil there by Z-Ohm saves it. And that gate's going down. In about 2 seconds, there's going to be a slaughter. And I fucking missed it, didn't I? I fucking missed it. Look at the corpses. Some of them are still standing up. They were killed so quickly. They didn't actually have time. They fell down. Teal is getting wrecked. While he still has not completely lost, if he's not careful, he'll find himself in a surround. Yeah, there's no... You can be great. You can see Mac Darren's doing decent damage with his cleave there, but at this point, against this mix of an army, yellow and dark green together, that's the one thing you gotta keep from happening. As Teal, it is your job to keep them from ganging up on you. If you don't do that, well, you're in a spot of trouble. Now, who the hell... This thing looks like it has an aura, but it's not telling me it does. Alright, so the Orcs have decided that their last stand's gonna be an Orgrimmar. We'll see how that plays out for them. I don't think there's any question that Stratholme Castle's going down. What about our green player? Cherik Dow. Oh, he's got a ship. He might get out. Is he going to fight to the very last? I mean, that's pretty gnarly. And very brave. He's just got to worry about, God forbid, you know, smart Reds will have some Frostworms out here. Even just one. One will take out that Alliance transport ship. Two for sure. Three, it's, I mean, there's no point trying. But it looks like Green will actually escape with at least a few of his units. Some archers left behind to cover the retreat. It's a little embarrassing, little shameful even, but you do what you gotta do. When you're an endangered species like the elves, what? Bert decided, fuck this. I've got 2 heroes now, and that's all I need. 2 level 5s though. Let's see what his opponents are sitting at. Oh, Jesus. Level 7, level 8, Chandris, Tyrande, respectively, for our light blue player. And Brown's got... Jesus! He's got Gorehowl and the Horn of Cenarius. And I just want you to imagine for a second Cenarius wielding that axe, just gleefully tearing apart the orcs, going, oh, you thought you were going to kill me with it, didn't you? You thought wrong. You thought so very wrong. Malfurion, he's not apparently going to go for Fandral. Not a big deal on that one. As, well, frankly, Malfurion's all you really need is heal and his mana regen. Really increase the life expectancy of your army. Oh, I was like, what is Dark Green doing here? Especially with that model he shouldn't have. Teal is still fighting a retreating battle. He continues to spit in the face of the Alliance, saying, you know what, I'm going to go down. That's not even in question. But I'm not gonna make it easy for. Oh yes, you know what? Rafael Faria. Rafael Faria? Rafael Faria. I don't know what you're. Rafael Faria. I got it right. Good player. Very glad to have you in the game. Thanks for joining me. And it could be. All right, this is a situation you never want to see. You never want to see all these mountain giants. Man, 1/1's not terrible, but they don't have the magic damage they need to cut through them. No casters here, no chain heals. Sure, he's got his Horde War Machine, and that would work wonderfully on anything like Dryads and Archers. But my God, those mountain giants are going to make it tough. And to be honest, Brown's kind of wasting his Fairy Dragons here. There's not going to be any spells thrown out. And I don't know if that's intentional on the Horde's part, making sure that doesn't happen. But you can see, oh God, if he's not careful, his own Warsong Grunts are going to take more damage. What? Oh, they're going into the Orgrimmar tunnels. You just hear orcs dying. It's messed up. Oh God! So much AoE, and now Ysera or Ysandra. Ysandra. Gonna be putting her little special spin on things. Now red, he's taking out purple, let's be honest. Purple's...
Our warriors have
I don't know, what's purple gonna do? He's got Alexandro Smoke Rain. He's being a badass, he's sticking in here, he's not giving up, and I think that a lot of people kind of they're like, oh, games like Lord on the Aftermath, you can really stick in there, you know, it gives you more chances. Azeroth does too, it's just, you know you're still probably going to lose, and that's why people leave, and you're still probably going to lose in things like Lord on the Aftermath, but they do it in a way that's kind of fun. They switch up your stuff, they don't just give you a hero, like, they switch up your units, everything, all the spells and abilities you get to get, which is pretty cool. Oh, sweet mother of Tyrande Whisperwind. Yeah, throwing out her ultimate there. That is going to be the breaking point for the Horde. They can't stand the Starfall. Serpent Horde's level 3 would be my guess, and they're very good. I think they get splashed, and there's 3 of them, but Vol'jin's going to be the eaten up. There you go, Night Elfin Phallus. Oh my God, look, McDermott will be the last to fall before the gates of Black Temple itself. Christ, what a player! Someone said that they, the fact that I watched Hellsing Abridged really kind of made that. Oh, did we already watch this happen? I feel like we watched this happen.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
Didn't I watch that happen? Or did that just happen again?
Our allies' hero has fallen.
I feel like this happened. Anyway, whatever. Hey, someone said they thought that me watching Hellsing Abridged was pretty cool, and I gotta say, why wouldn't you watch Hellsing Abridged? I mean, here's the thing. I didn't actually watch all of Hellsing Ultimate before I watched Hellsing Abridged, so Hellsing Abridged is just funny on its own. It's great, but you go back and you watch Hellsing Ultimate, and you realize that some characters, you're like, surely they're overplaying this characters by like a factor of 10. They must be. There's no way this character is that ridiculous. Which goes for, good God. Something, think of Mother. I'm trying, it was Yon, Big Brother Yon, and somebody else. Who was the little guy? Anyway, the brothers who attack the mansion. One's this, like, very classy, wide-head douchebag, right? And the other one's just dressed in a tracksuit, and he's got tattoos and, like, Illuminati stuff and piercings and whatnot. And he kind of talks like it. He's like, so halfway through the hook of blowing me, she OD's on heroin, you know. And you're like, wow, that's got it. It's not. It's exactly how bad they carry. He's so American, and he says like, line up, you fucks, and he's like, it's just amazing. But all day at work yesterday, I had one very specific thing from Hellsing Bridge stuck in my head, which is the scene where Integra is ran off the road by the Nazi vampires. And one of them jumps on the car and is about to stab her, and all of a sudden you see shing, like a flash from fucking Samurai Jack. Okay, that level of just whoom, and his head goes flying off. And Integra steps out of the car looking like a bad. Oh! The tragedy. That was rough. Anyway, steps out of the car looking like a right badass. And in the show, she says, congratulations. It took an entire squadron of immortal, nigh indestructible vampire Nazis to hunt down a 22-year-old woman. And she then lights up her cigarette. She says, well, come at me and have the first real fight you've had in 50 years. And you're like, that's amazing. And one of them charges, boom, he gets blown, and he just eviscerated by bayonets. And who uses bayonets but Alexander Anderson, who, you know, all the bad guys are behind him. They're like, it's the Judas Priest, yeah, Angel Dust, the God's assassin. And he comes up and he says, "Ah, you wee beast of a woman, surrounded by 50 Nazis, vampires, armed literally to the teeth. And what do? Get out of your car, cut one of their bloody heads off, and shout, 'Come at me, you crouch shits!' Ah, no wonder Alucard wants to plow those virgin fields. I'm thinking about planting some flowers myself." And I must have repeated that monologue about 50 times at work, and I was so nervous. I mean, okay, look, you're sitting at work, you're doing your daily stuff, you're cataloging parts, you're fixing the inventory, hanging out, you got headphones on, you're listening to whatever. People are walking by all the time, my boss's boss, and I'm really, can you imagine if one of them walked by and just heard me whispering under my breath, "Crouch shits"? Not only am I doing it in an extremely Scottish accent, but yeah, that's 2 words you shouldn't say in a workplace. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you work at the Holocaust Museum. Crouch shits is probably still inappropriate to say out loud. And I gotta say, in the meantime, guys, we're gonna see. Oh, this is gonna be a rough fight here. I mean, Orange has been holding on like a boss. Big shout out to Galileo 2. But this is an Orange defeating army with what Orange has in here. Sure, the Archmage is up, Hydromancers, but he has. Oh shit. He's just getting the Kirin Tor training. He doesn't have the burst damage he needs to take out, you know, like, important spot points of aggression. Which is really what that gets used for. It should be used for. It's what is the most dangerous thing right now? And where would I benefit most from removing a large chunk of health? And it may sound like a very simple question, but it is often not too... What the fuck? What the fuck? AK la la... Oh, jeebus. Look at that! Alright, so Galil 2... parking a lot of units in front of this gate, not wanting to risk the book falling into the wrong hands. What? Good choice. But Red is putting on so much pressure, and can you imagine that the mage is inside these walls? Holding, I mean, the ancestral lands of all arcane knowledge, and at least in the human world, is under assault by the forces of the undead. They have new wagons, they have necromancers, they have everything. Fucking the skies are filled up with demons and undead monstrosities. In the back, the obsidian statues giving health and mana back to the units that have been damaged. He's got reserves, he's got everything he needs. Look at this! He's got a squad of zombies for no reason! But hold he will. The wooden gate doing its best. That is a very good spot for oh, Blizzard! That is the money Blizzard right there. You want to talk about efficiency. Oh, that's money. Bomb, fire. Holy crap. Kill the Zods wielding the Doomhammer. Apparently the Horde's just giving away their items. They're like, hey, Saurians, here's a Christmas gift, and they give them Gorehounds. Doomhammer, go ahead and give it to the undead. Let's just see how it turns out for everyone. Are they still in the game is the question. Bert? Where'd you go, Bert? Bert? Where's my old buddy Bert? Alright, Pink left. This game is hard, he says.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Is Hiroshi new? Is that why he's saying it's hard? Because it's like so new and overwhelming? He's got level 9. I mean, his Griffin Riders are down, but his range is at 4-2, which means his mortar teams are 4-2. Remember, sometimes they get a little bit, like, bitchy, but honestly, explorers, mortar teams, riflemen, engineers, and, I mean, just throw in a couple tanks in there while you're at it, just as kind of a frontline blocker. And you've got a pretty efficient team. Look at that! Look at that! 7 fortified armor, 49 to 99. And they shoot air units, AoE. Now you're pretty good. What version is this? Kill it! Kill it before it touches me. Alright, oh shit! Oh, Orange is going down, but you know what? The last thing he's gonna do, he's gonna keep it there. He's gonna try to kill Mal'Ganis. Not let him get inside. I can't see his health, except by clicking it. Oh, one stun in the wrong place, and Mal'Ganis should be eating it. Oh, that was a stun. Guess not the Pyromancer. Nice little shot there, but not quite enough. He's gonna flee into the rest of the undead army. Arcane Teleporter. Where the hell is that gonna send you? So now we find ourselves in the very interesting position of waiting to see who's going to attack who next. Yes, sure. Green and purple may have retaken some of the control points up here. They've given themselves a stay of execution. But the question is, what is purple's hero looking like?
Town is under siege.
Still level 4. He sees that there's a unit there. If I were him, I'd just go kill off those 3 units. 3? 2? Yeah, I knew I spotted that necromancer hiding in the abomination's armpit. Which is often where this is where I hide. Poor granite golem's gonna just die. Sounds like a personal problem. I'm experiencing a distinct lack of wood at the moment, which often you'll see a lot of undead players have that. Like, and that's what stalls them. They're like, whoa, I'm good, I've spent, I didn't have an infrastructure, I have no infrastructure, where setting up, a small lumber base here, never a bad idea. Its problem is Northrend's pretty bare of trees. There's a lot of them spread around. Like, you put one here, you'd be okay for a little while. There's a lot of trees, but there's no concentrated pack of this is going to supply me with lumber for a good long while. And that's one of the problems, is that the lumber production slows down more and more, and eventually it gets to the point where your units are going too far away to make it worthwhile, and you got to rebuild. It's this extra little bit of micromanagement that goes into making a really good red, is keeping that consistent. More like mutants were left alive. I love the extra little creeps they hit around the map, just for those who go looking. Dark green in the Shadowlands, apparently. A shy. Do we have an Outrider spammer here? I'm not gonna give him crap. He's got Marshals, Outriders, Spearmen, and Priests, which is good. He's got his Stormwind Champions. And you know what? Screw it. If you've got Outriders backed up with the rest of that, Outriders are great flanking units. They've got support. Yeah, dude, they can get in there, they can initiate, they can tie up units, they can get surrounds. It's real good. And they do decent damage on the charge. I approve of Outriders when they're mixed into a larger armory. I have nothing left, so GG, says Gray. You know what? That's how you play Azeroth Wars. I have nothing left. And I know I've left games way before, because that was being bitchy. That's what happens sometimes. Bert, where'd you go, Bert? Oh, my old buddy Bert's lost. Come on, Bert. Come on, Bert. Alright, what was it you guys said? That's right. I can do... Let's zoom in, zoom out. I'm trying to do better with the whole movement thing, not just throwing it around like this. Make it a little bit... I gotta tell you guys, there is a, I'm gonna post it in the description, along with finally the link to Diplo, because a few people are like, you talk about Diplo, but you don't put it in your descriptions anymore. I used to have this whole, copy-paste thing that I threw into every single one, and then at some point my computer died and I lost that old one. I could just go back into an old video and copy-paste it. I really could. I'm just lazy. I don't know how I made it in the first place. I don't know how I started my channel, because the level of laziness I display now is way out of... Oh, Jesus, the damage that thing does. Is way out of proportion to what I know I was doing earlier on. Now, 4/4 upgrades for our undead players. Looking brutal. Oh, Alexandros Mograine, though, is meant for the undead, and this is a good position for them. He's got some high elven magus. We're gonna see if we're gonna see if I can alt tab the game. Oh, it's a great spot. Oh, look, Orange didn't leave, did he? Orange, is that you? Jaina, are you throwing down Blizzards? Jaina's kicking ass. Look, they're gonna hold the undead for a little while until Death and Decay goes down, and then Kel'Thuzad rears his big ugly OP head. Let's see if it wipes out the whole army before they notice what's happening. Oh, I wonder why my units had died. Perhaps I should fucking move! Move! Stun him! Do something! Move! Oh, it's wrecking. Okay, more of Red getting in there, but really at the end of the day, more humans dying than anything else. But Red continues to let Death and Decay tick away on his own army. Okay, so he broke them. But has he broken them for good? I don't think I'm crazy when I say that the music and the sound effects volume is just a little too fucking high. I feel like I'm arguing for, room on my own channel, and that's not cool. Getting an infection is not cool. Look, I'm about to explode your skull, so I don't think that little scratch is that big of a deal. Another really good abridged series that unfortunately didn't go all the way, but it's 12 episodes of increasing awesomeness, is Null Metal Alchemist. Parody on Full Metal Alchemist. The original, actually, not Brotherhood. I've always wanted to see an abridged parody, really well done, of Brotherhood. If anyone's out there engaged in it, realize I have a few voices I could offer for you.
Our town is under siege.
And I don't seem to be content just to wipe up the rest of Kalimdor. They're missing a huge number, oh my god, of creeps. What's he doing? Very slow. What are his upgrades? He must be spending his money on something, because he's not floating as much as you'd expect for a player who's controlled Brown doing more. He's got Fandral Staghound. Not a huge army right now. He's getting the preparation for a huge army. Getting his upgrades going 4-4, same as Red, but he's going to be way behind on levels. But you got Cenarius, you don't really need levels. You throw down his heal, it almost, except in the case of really big health units, can stand up to Death and Decay. Death and Decay being much less effective on units such as archers because it takes away a base percentage health. So you have a 400 hit point archer. It takes away, let's say, 2% health per second is usually, I want to say, what it does. So it would 1% be 4, so 8 damage per second. Or does you get something like 1500 point abomination? Now, it's 10% or 5%. Anyway, my point is that the lower health the unit, the less effective overall it'll be. And Cenarius' heal could keep a unit with much lower health alive through Death and Decay, whereas it would not keep a unit with higher health alive through Death and Decay. It's a weird little not a discrepancy, I actually think it's a really cool way to do it. Because it makes you choose your targets. With Death and Decay, you want to hit buildings, you want to hit big tanky units, or just huge stacks of little units, if you can find them all clumped up. But if they have an AoE heal along lines of Tranquility, that presents a problem. Even basic priests can sometimes heal through it on the lower health units. Teal, are you fucking shitting me right now? Look at this Teal. Look at this Teal. He's not done. Red Blackhand's hanging out by the burning watchtower, and like this was his home, right? He lived in the burrow, he had a pig farm, and a watchtower from which he used to look out on the decayed wasteland that he lives in. And he was like, oh, it's a good day. And then one day, what the fuck? Does he still have Black Temple under his control? What's Yellow doing?
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, Yellow's poking some fun at Red now. Red probably not too happy about the fact that he's not going to be immediately able to deal. And then the Alliance is stuck together. Let's talk about that for a minute. The fact that none of them have left. And Alexandros Mogre might have died, and Purple seems a little bit low on units here. Alright, he's unloading these guys. Knights.
Our allies' town
This is a pretty good base. This is a pretty good place for the Alliance to be. Everything considered that they've lost. Considering everything that they've lost. Blue wants some wood.
Our brethren's town.
I don't think Blue's going to get his wood, but you know what you're going to get? You're going to get another episode of Azeroth Wars coming up here right away. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be doing some Bioshock, and I'm sorry for the wait, guys. Let's knock this one out, finish this game strong, and hopefully move on to another custom map or another episode. I want to see some good fights. That's what I want to see. I want to see some good fights out of y'all. Send them to me at nethron21@hotmail.com. Title it like Azzycast dash your name dash and then like a tension grabbing title. Make sure it's worth it, and let me know if it's like a teachy game where a lot of mistakes are made, or if like a pro game where not a lot of mistakes are made and I just get to ogle you guys playing and be like, look at it. So see you guys in the next episode. Bye.